So I've been in IT for like the last 5 years. I recently became a security engineer, and I think throughout my entire career so far, one thing has been consistently true for the entire time, and that is the fact that your ability to learn directly contributes to your ability to earn. And when I say that, what I mean is your ability to get a degree, get certifications, and do projects directly impacts how much money you make in your tech career. And when you look at a lot of these top level certifications and how much they pay, you begin to understand why some people go chasing certs because they ultimately want to make more money. And it's one of the most proven and effective ways of making more money when it comes to networking, systems administration, cybersecurity, data administration. All these things, all these domains have certifications that help benchmark you and basically say, hey, this person knows this much information, so they should get paid this much and they should take on this much responsibility. And I don't know about you, but I find that very cool. I find the whole certification structure very helpful for people who want to gauge where they're at and set reasonable goals for advancing their careers and making more money. And so that's why today I want to talk about the certifications that I'm going for this year, alongside my degree. My degree basically has a bunch of certifications in it because I am doing WGU, Western Governors University, and I could talk about that in a different video, but from what I understand is I picked the hardest route to go to WGU. Apparently, there's a way to like go do side classes and then transfer in, and all you have to do is your tech classes, like your core classes. And I didn't do that because I didn't know. I just wanted to get my degree, and I didn't do a bunch of research into it. I kind of just watched like one guy's video. He does cybersecurity videos. His name is Day Cyberwalks, and he basically discussed how he got his degree through WGU. And initially, it should have taken me like a year, but it's been a year and a half now, so I'm definitely playing around. But I think between that was a lot going on. I moved. I was taking a lot of work at work because I basically transferred from being an IT help desk person to a security engineer. So enough of the excuses. This is the year. Um, you know, we locking in, we getting these certs out, and I guess I'll just jump right into the first cert, which is the Cisco CCNA, which also stands for the Cisco Certified Network Associate, and that's like a benchmark for a lot of people. A lot of people who do the Net Plus ultimately go on to do the CCNA. Um, but I'm just doing a CCNA right now because it is in my degree path, and so it'll definitely help me. I feel like I already have a like pretty good understanding of networking, like fundamentally. Like I've taken the Net Plus before in the past, but it's not renewed, so I technically do not have a Net Plus. However, I deal with networking components every day at work, and I also deal with a lot of Cisco appliances at work, and so I believe that it only makes sense that this certification is something I knock out, because it also just l- sets, like I said, a benchmark for me as far as network understanding, and it's definitely a bit more advanced and it holds more weight than a Net Plus. The CCNA for a lot of companies is a very desirable certification because it lets us know that you have the propensity to work with Cisco appliances. And if you don't know, Cisco is one of the leading uh, brands and manufacturers of like network equipment. So a lot of companies use Cisco alongside Palo Alto, Arista, etc. Um, but yeah, the first main cert for this year, trying to get it done by I want to say April. I'm currently in January, so get it done by April is the Cisco, the Cisco CCNA. Um, Next one is something I might do while I'm getting my CCNA because like it's something I do every day anyway. It's the Try Hack Me SOC Level One um certification. I think that's what it's called, SLC one. But essentially, this is like a certification from a Try Hack Me. I don't think it holds much weight. No offense, Try Hack Me, but it just just to get it done because I've been doing the path and I love using TryHackMe. It's a great platform for learning security concepts, and I think it will just like let people know, hey, I've done this much learning when it comes to incident response, digital forensics, incident response, and that it also like builds my confidence when it comes to incident response. I feel like my first year being in the role, I genuinely um, am having like a bit of like worry or like a bit of like lack of confidence when it comes to incident response, especially since my team does not see a lot of incidents because a lot of the incidents are generated during the Amsterdam time zone. So yeah, it just I don't see a lot of incidents. I don't get a lot of practice with incidents, and so I found that working on TryHackMe, working in the SOC simulator, doing incident simulations is like been pretty helpful. And since I've been doing it so much, I'm on the path for certification. I might as well just get it. Um, there's no point in I guess not because it's just there. Like I'm already like doing all the work. It's like if I did all the work for CCNA and then just didn't take the cert, you know. So yeah. Um, I think later in the year, I will be doing the Cisco DevNet and Cisco CyberOps certifications. These are both part of my degree as well. The Cisco DevNet has to do more with like automation for Cisco related technologies, and a lot to do with network security automation. So, you know, automating firewall upgrades and such. I don't really know what else you automate with security. I actually have not really gone into that yet. Because it's not really something like I'm like seeking out really, but it is a part of my degree. And I ultimately do want to do more network security. So, okay, I should rephrase that. I'm not seeking it out right now, but I will be eventually. And then yeah, and then the Cisco CyberOps is just Cisco's cybersecurity associate level certification, and that's pretty self-explanatory. Um, it's just you know, there's going to be a lot of like security basics, a lot of like familiar concepts to me, but it is a Cisco level cert, so I'm happy to take it, and it is free. Um, yeah, and I think as far as certs go, the last cert, and I think the biggest cert on this list is actually the SANS GCIH, which is a like very comprehensive incident handling certification. It's definitely a big boy. It's I think it's probably close to like around $9,000 or less, maybe like probably $6,000 to $9,000. Um, if I do take it through my company, I will most likely be able to rotate to a different office to take it, like a different region, or I'll have the chance to take it in like a different city in the US. But it'll be all paid for, and I believe I'll also be under a retainer for my company, so I'll have to stay with my company a bit longer. Um, well, not that I plan on leaving, but I would stay a bit longer because they have paid for my search, so I have to like stay back and stay like a how do you put this? Okay, it's called a clawback clause, which basically states that I can't leave the company within 6 months after receiving the certification because they basically just invested in my growth, and I just kind of upped and left. That's kind of messed up. So yeah, but that rounds out all the search for the year, and I think all these certs in conjunction with my like work projects and side projects um will leave me pretty well rounded and pretty geared up for 2027 and ready to take on maybe a new role. I know for a fact this year I'm looking to level up to level 2 security engineer at my firm. It's already been like discussed with me in my end of year meeting, they were basically like, "Hey, man, we're looking to see level up this year." So that's definitely a part of my agenda. And I think on the side, the other thing I want to work on learning is Rust. I have been doing a lot of digital asset security for my company, a lot of onboarding of digital assets exchanges, so decentralized exchanges, and working a lot with smart contracts. And I know a lot of smart contracts are written in Solidity. However, a lot are also written in Rust, and Rust is supposed to be a very super efficient and secure language. And a lot of security positions are asking for Rust as well. Um, I'm quite familiar with Python, and I think Python's really cool, but I feel like Rust might take over when it comes to just the efficiency of the code and being able to like make, tools that are like run really well. So I'm going to work on learning Rust a bit. Yeah, I think I think that rounds out my list. And again, this is my list. I know a lot of people on social media share their learning goals for their role, and I think that's great and all. However, people like to pick at their lists and be like, "Hey, man, why are you taking this? Why are you taking that? You shouldn't take this. You shouldn't take that." And I think people are like solely responsible for their own like what they want to do. Like, I don't think people should, put judgment on their goals. That's just what they want to do. Um, Maybe it's good, maybe it's bad by your opinion, but it's their decision. So I think people should really just mind their business. And, you know, um, I think the best advice you can give someone when it comes, if you think they're not going the right way, is tell them to ask internally at their job or something, or tell them to refer to someone who is very experienced in their field. Like, if you're the same level as this person, or like you've like, maybe just now started out with this person and you think you have the best cert path, we don't care. Ask someone who is clearly experienced in the industry, someone who has worked multiple roles at different levels, and see what they say. And that's probably advice for yourself as well. If you genuinely not know what certs to go take, ask someone at your company who clearly knows what they're doing and what they're talking about, and ask them for guidance. But that's all for now. Make sure you like and subscribe. I think next week I'm gonna do a try hack me video. You might see my face in that video if you're nice. And I might make another one of these commentary videos. But for now, have a good one. Have a good rest of your week, and make sure you like and subscribe.